He goes by the name of T.I. He goes to prison more than he comes to my birthday party.
You are embarrassing yourself. Man, what is you talking about?
Get off me. Get off me.
Well, you can't do nothing with me. Ain't shit you can do with me. Hey, I am vegan.
Hold on. Let me see.
No, you
Let me see. How you pop it out?
How you gonna pop it out? I am vegan.
Twin ski. Twin ski.
Illuminated.
Nah.
Listen closely, we've got a brand new twist in the ongoing drama between 50 Cent and T.I., and trust me, the volume just went all the way up. This back and forth has been simmering for weeks, but things just escalated again after 50 dropped a verse that many people believe throws shots at T.I., his son King, and even Tiny. Now, before we get into exactly what he said on the track, hold up for a second because we need a little musical context here. This whole situation didn't just pop up out of thin air. Not too long ago, 50 Cent jumped online and basically lit a match under the entire situation with a post saying he was putting together a documentary focused on the allegations tied to T.I. and Tiny. The message immediately exploded across social media, especially among fans who were already watching the tension between both camps. In that post, 50 wrote, "Remember how quiet I got before the Diddy doc? Thought I wasn't coming? I hope this doesn't mess up your promo tour. They're going to ask about your 20 sexual assault cases. You might want to talk to a crisis PR person." The post spread like wildfire and instantly pushed the whole conversation into a completely different level. But here's the thing, that wasn't the only signal 50 was sending. Around that same time, he also hinted that fresh music was on the way. And sure enough, it didn't take long before a brand new verse surfaced online. Meanwhile, T.I. wasn't exactly sitting back in silence either. Responding to the talk about the documentary, he made it clear he was ready for whatever direction this situation might take. T.I. said, "Look, we can go bar for bar, hit for hit, or doc for doc." And just like that, you could feel the temperature rising between both sides. Either way, T.I. made it crystal clear he had zero intention of backing down. He fired off another response online saying, "Either way, all you're going to do is show how much of a F you are. Let's play. Nobody fears you over here, boo-boo." And yeah, that message definitely got people talking.
That post instantly sparked conversation because it showed T.I. was ready to match whatever energy 50 was bringing to the table. Not long after that, someone jumped into the comments trying to stir the pot even further. They pointed out that T.I. and his family were already in New York doing interviews and suggested they shoot a video in Jamaica, Queens. And honestly, that's when things got interesting. T.I. clearly wasn't impressed by the suggestion at all. He shot back with a blunt response saying, "For what, he ain't there? F out of here." And just like that, he shut the whole idea down. That reply made it pretty obvious he wasn't falling for the internet hype fans were trying to build. At the same time, T.I. and his sons were moving around the city doing media appearances. Damani even stopped by the Breakfast Club to talk about music and the tension floating around. And yes, the family was staying busy. They were also filming content connected to the diss tracks aimed at 50 Cent, and some clips even showed them posted up around downtown New York. Fans online kept pushing the drama, trying to keep the situation heated. For a moment, though, some people actually believed things might calm down. But yeah, that peace didn't last very long. Later that night, 50 Cent dropped a brand new record. Reports say the track is tied to one of the upcoming spin-off shows from the Power universe, and almost immediately, one particular line in the song had everybody stopping in their tracks because the internet caught it fast. In the record, there's a bar that instantly grabbed people's attention. 50 raps, "I'm back on my dope boy, grandma, your daddy made your mama eat every box in Atlanta." The moment that lyric started circulating online, fans immediately started asking the big question, who exactly was he talking about? A lot of listeners quickly assumed the bars were aimed at T.I., his son King, and Tiny. And the internet did what the internet always does. It went straight into detective mode. Clips of the verse started spreading everywhere across social media. Everybody suddenly had an opinion. Some listeners argued that the line was clearly directed at T.I.'s camp. Others said, hold up, it might just be part of the competitive energy that naturally comes with rap battles. Either way, the record started gaining serious attention fast, and the conversation across hip-hop platforms began heating up quickly. T.I. didn't waste much time responding after hearing the verse. He jumped online and addressed the situation directly, writing,
50 drop whatever you choose, just please keep showing the world you're a hoe. And yeah, that post definitely added more fuel to the fire. He also wrote a longer message saying, "You still ain't telling us why he was in 4KD pulling with the smile of a, Pandora's box is ajar, sir. Good luck, effing, you suck. P.S. Me and mine to the end of time." And whether people understood every line or not, the message was loud and clear. His response made it obvious he had no plans of staying quiet while the conversation kept growing. And just when people thought that might be the end of it, another voice jumped into the situation, because the family was clearly standing together on this one. King Harris also stepped in and reacted to the track. In his post, he wrote, "Homie dropped that weak-ass track, it ain't shit." And just like that, the back and forth got even louder. King kept the momentum going, and listen, he definitely didn't hold anything back. In another post he wrote, "You can do that, we can't, Mr. 5? Oh, so y'all just gonna sit back and watch the show? We finna cook them songs out now." Then he doubled down by telling fans the track would hit every platform later that day, and even asked people to comment "drop top" so he could DM the link. The whole message made it obvious he wanted supporters locked in and ready for the response record. So at this point, both T.I. and King had made their position crystal clear. Neither one seemed even slightly impressed with the verse 50 Cent had just released. They quickly jumped online to respond, letting followers know they weren't backing away from the back and forth at all. The moment those reactions went public, you could almost see the conversation across social media gaining even more momentum. Now here's the thing. Many fans had been waiting to see how 50 Cent would move next in this situation. Anyone who follows his history knows he tends to play things very strategically. Sometimes he steps back, watches the whole situation unfold, and then strikes when the timing feels perfect. And a lot of people believe that might be exactly what he was doing here. Some supporters even argued that he had been quietly observing while attention shifted towards T.I. and his sons defending their mother during those online exchanges. At the same time, the situation sparked a bigger debate about how far rap beef should really go. Some people felt King simply matched the energy once comments were made about his mother. Others believed the whole exchange had already crossed into territory that felt a little too personal. T.I. even mentioned in an interview that he wished King hadn't taken things as far as putting 50's mother on a t-shirt, even though he respected the fact that his son was standing up for the family. Now, we fans everywhere are asking one big question. How exactly did this situation spiral to this point in the first place? Because honestly, the way it escalated caught a lot of people off guard. It's pretty wild when you think about it. What originally started as casual talk about a possible Versus-style matchup somehow turned into a full-blown rap back and forth. After 50 Cent dropped the new verse, some listeners said the record itself sounded solid and clearly kept the conversation alive. But a lot of fans also believe the timing behind the release wasn't random at all, and that's where the strategy talk comes in. Some people online think 50 moved very deliberately with this one. The track is reportedly connected to a theme song for one of the shows in the Power universe. Fans are already comparing the idea to how Big Rich Town became such a recognizable intro over the years. And if you know how TV branding works, that comparison matters. The theory floating around is actually pretty simple. If the record catches on, audiences will hear it every single time the show airs. Because of that, some listeners believe the line aimed at Tiny, T.I., and King was placed there on purpose to spark attention around the track. And let's be real, controversy definitely gets people listening. Meanwhile, T.I. and his camp haven't exactly been sitting quietly during all this either. T.I. released multiple records addressing the tension. King dropped his own responses as well, and even Damani stepped into the spotlight with a track of his own. Out of all the releases, a lot of listeners were especially surprised by Damani's approach. Many fans felt he delivered some of the most direct bars aimed at 50 in the entire situation, and that alone caught a lot of people off guard, because not everyone expected him to step in that aggressively. What makes this whole moment stand out to observers is the fact that people are watching an entire family step into the ring together. They're essentially going up against someone like 50 Cent, whose reputation and brand in hip-hop are often viewed as nearly untouchable. That alone grabbed serious attention across the culture, and you can't ignore that dynamic. For years now, a lot of people have said there's almost nothing 50 Cent can say or do that truly puts him in a difficult position. At this point, he's built a reputation for moving however he wants online. The man didn't earn the nickname Mr. Petty for nothing, and plenty of fans see him as the undisputed king of trolling on social media. Every time drama pops up in hip-hop, somehow 50 manages to jump right into the middle of the conversation. But let's be honest for a second. some people believe a few of the moves in this situation might not have been the smartest play. That opinion has definitely been floating around online. Of course, supporters of 50 Cent completely disagree with that idea. They argue that dropping the verse was calculated and exactly what he intended to do from the start. In the record, he delivers a line that many listeners believe is aimed directly at Tiny, even though he never actually says any names.
The lyric goes, "Your pops got your moms out here eating every box in Atlanta." That single bar immediately sent fans into debate mode. Everybody started trying to figure out who exactly the message was meant for, and like always, the internet had plenty of theories. Now, whether people agree with the lyric or not, the bigger question is something else entirely. Was that one line really enough to balance everything T.I. and his sons have already released in response? From the outside looking in, their side of the situation doesn't appear to be slowing down anytime soon, and that's where things start getting interesting. Every time a new post or record drops, the tension seems to climb even higher. Just when some fans think things might finally cool off, something else pops up, and the whole situation ignites again. After 50 released the verse, T.I. and King reacted almost immediately. Their attitude basically sounded like, "All right, you dropped something. Let's keep the energy going." But hold up, here's where the story takes another turn. Now here's where things take another turn. Earlier in the back and forth, 50 Cent had already given T.I. one direct warning: keep his name out of your mouth. Once things reached that point, it looked like T.I. and his family were ready to meet that same energy head on. And from the way they've been moving, it's clear they're not trying to let this slide quietly. T.I. even made it very clear he wasn't about to step away from the moment. According to him, every time 50 Cent posts something or throws another jab, there could be another record coming right behind it. And so far, he's been standing on that promise. Because at this point, T.I. has already released 4 tracks addressing the situation directly. If more records are still on the way, listen, fans might want to grab the popcorn for real, because this situation could keep unfolding for a while. Right now, it feels less like a quick rap exchange and more like an ongoing showdown playing out live across music and social media, and every new post just adds fuel to the fire. Every clip, every lyric, and every online jab seems to push the conversation a little further. At the same time, some observers point out that it still doesn't fully feel like a traditional rap battle yet. Yes, 50 Cent delivered a line many listeners believe was aimed at T.I., Tiny, and King, but fans are still waiting to see if he'll jump fully into the booth with a complete diss track. Until that happens, some people feel the situation is still sitting in that gray area between trolling and a real lyrical clash. Another thing that's fueling the debate is the perception around the entire situation. Some critics argue that T.I. and his family might be stretching the moment out because 50's comments created such a huge reaction online, and once that attention started building, everything escalated quickly.
Then suddenly, a verse appears, and people start saying shots were fired again at Tiny, T.I., King, and the whole family. And just like that, the conversation exploded all over social media again. So now the real question is simple. Where does this go next? Because at this point, it feels like everyone involved has already stepped into the ring with some kind of response. But now I want to hear from you. What do you think about the line 50 Cent dropped that people believe was aimed at T.I. and his camp? Was that one bar enough to shake the situation up? Or do you think it was just a light jab compared to everything T.I. and his sons have already released? Because the responses from their side have been heavy. Remember, T.I. fired back with multiple records. King stepped in with his own reactions. And the whole situation turned into something fans don't see too often in hip-hop. A full family stepping into the battle together. That alone has people paying attention. Some fans say that a single line from 50 carries weight simply because of his history in rap beef. Others feel like it still doesn't stack up against 4 diss tracks coming from the other side. Either way, the conversation is loud right now, and everybody seems to have a different opinion about who's actually winning this moment. So go ahead and drop your thoughts down in the comment section. Do you respect T.I. and his sons for stepping up and defending their mother? Or do you think the 50's verse was the stronger move in this situation? Let the community know exactly where you stand. Because one thing is clear, the debate around this story is definitely not slowing down anytime soon. And before you click off the video, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and share this with someone who follows hip-hop drama. Also, don't forget to leave your opinion in the comments and help the channel grow by tapping that hype button on the video. Appreciate all the support.